Hello everyone, welcome back to yet another amazing recipe. Today we are going to be making vegetable samosas, or in my country we call these kawopi samosas. So first things first, get your peas. I use the dry peas. I soak them overnight and I boil them the following day. This is when they were ready. I picked a few, of course, as I was draining the water out. That's what we are going to use today, and these are my chopped vegetables. I'm going to use carrots, green pepper, onions, and garlic. You can add any other vegetable of your preference if you want. So we are going to first prepare our filling. So in a pan, I add half of the chopped vegetables and I let them simmer. I have to let them simmer. Just know there are different ways people prepare this. So I add a bit of reiko or any other spices you want to add. You add them at this point and you mix everything together. Different people prepare their fillings differently, but this is how I prefer mine. So when everything is ready, I transfer it into the pot, as you can see. And then once I've transferred everything, I make sure they are mixed very well. Yeah, making samosas is really a very long process, so you have to be really steady. That is me trying to mix everything together. I'm using that method because I don't want my peas to become soggy. So after mixing everything together, I get the other half of my chopped vegetables and I add them onto what we already have. And again, I mix everything together and that will be ready. That is what we'll be using as our filling in our samosas. So when this part is done, we are going for the second part of this video. So we are going to be making our samosa sheets today. We are going to use plain flour, salt, and water. To be honest, I didn't measure the flour. All I knew, I was going to make about 12 samosas. So in my flour, I added a bit of salt and then I added water gradually. So gradual, I mean I add and mix so that I don't make it so soggy, and again it's not, yeah, you understand what I mean. Anyway, I added the water gradually and I started kneading. At some point I added a bit of cooking oil so that my dough is very soft. So I knead and knead and knead. You have to knead until your dough is ready and it's not sticking on your hands or on any other surface. So that is me kneading. It really took a long time. But I used lukewarm water. Yeah, so that is when my dough was ready and I started to roll balls, like as if we are going to make chapatis. So I rolled balls just like that. That's how it's supposed to look. And that is me preparing for the next step. I put a bit of cooking oil in a cup and then I got our balls and I pushed them. You push them a little, yeah, like once, and then when you turn it around, another one, not too much. Do not stretch it as if you're going to make a chapati. We are stretching it a little bit, and that is perfect. That's enough. So we are going to make stacks of 3, or sometimes if you're making too many samosas, some people make stacks of 4, 5, depending on your skill and experience. So after making stacks of 3, I got the first one and I put cooking oil just like that, and then I added a second one just like that. I put cooking oil and then I added the third one where we do not add cooking oil on top, but we just roll. The importance of cooking oil is to help in the separation of the sheets when we are making sheets. When we put them on fire, they will separate really well because there is oil in between them. So that is me stretching out the sheets. Like I stretch them until when they are thin. So you can put them on fire when they are still in a circle, but I preferred this method since my pan is not really that big. So I preferred to put them on fire just like that after cutting them into 4 pieces. And voila, you see, when you put oil in between, the sheets separate pretty well, no struggle. That is my first sheet, and you keep doing the process until when you're done, you see, and voila, as easy as ABC. So these are the sheets we are going to be using today, really soft and smooth. So we go on to our third step. We are going to prepare a gluey substance we use to hold our samosas together, and this is basically flour, and you add a bit of water. You add gradually. We are going in for something like this, not too thick and then not too thin, something in the middle, in between there. So this is our practice. We are going to practice how we are going to be making samosas. One end, bring it close to the other end, and voila, this is how we are going to be making our samosas. That was just a tutorial, so let's get into it now. So that is our sheet. Bring one side and then bring the other side, join the other side together just like that. And then once you confirm that it is good, bring your gluey substance and add. I didn't want to speed this part. I wanted everyone to see and watch it clearly well. So that is me adding the gluey substance, but the fork was not helping, so I had to grab a little spoon. Yeah, and you put back that part, but be careful of the sides of the samosa. Once you leave space, cooking oil will be entering your samosas, and we do not want that. We want a perfect samosa. So after that, I add in my fillings. That is me adding my veggies in there. If it's your first time, please do not add too much. It will be hard for you to close off the samosa. Please be mindful of that. So that is me, and then I add the gluey substance again to close off our samosa. Just like that, we are going to be closing off our samosa. And yeah, basically that's it, but you have to be mindful of the sides. Like, we want those sides to be closed off because we do not want oil to be entering our samosas. Yeah, it's pretty simple. Yeah, I'm being mindful of the sides, those small sides. Like I told you, look at her beautiful pretty samosa, as easy as ABC. Let's try one more time. I'll be showing you one last time, but that is how our samosa, that's me making sure all the sides are intact. So one last time, we do the same thing. As you can see. We bring our gluey substance and add, and then bring the other side. Voila. Be mindful of the sides. That's pretty good. And then we add our fillings. If you're first time beginner, do not put too much because it will may disturb you when you're closing off the samosa. Yeah, and then you close it off. Be mindful of the sides. Voila, as easy as ABC, or 1 2 3. So that is everything I made that day. And then we are going to at that point the oil is ready. And then once I put my samosas in, I'm going to turn it to medium heat. And then at that point it's medium heat. And then I keep reducing it to low to medium, just like that, because I do not want my samosas to get burnt. As you can see, the oil does not show that it is under high heat. So be mindful of that. Once they were ready, I transferred them onto a paper towel so that the excess oil drains off. That is everything we fried on that day. Those are our samosas, looking so beautiful, looking so pretty, yummy and crunchy. That is everything. So let me know if this video has helped you. Let me know if you've learned a thing or two. Let me know what you think about my method. I know I love feedback. Let me know how I can improve what I would have done. Let me know how you make your samosas. Maybe I can learn a thing or two from you. But yeah, that is everything I made. Do not forget to make yourself a cup of tea. Thank you very much for watching, guys. I love you very, 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 very much. Until next time, bye. Mwah.